We are so grateful that our kids have been blessed with so many great teachers. With the news that school was canceled for the remainder of the year, we came up with a way for them to appreciate their teachers. We as parents thank you for your hard work and dedication towards the Grant children. Happy Teacher Appreciation Day!
Dear teachers, we miss you and appreciate you. We are sad to be away from you, but while we are away, we will continue to do our part until we see you again. We love you so much and COVID-19 will not stop us. Love, Rachel, Luke, and Neil.
The influence of a good teacher can never be erased.
Hi, Ms. Bentley.
Hey, Ms.
Hi, Ms. Bentley. What grades have you taught so far?
Sure. Well, this is my first official year teaching, and I'm in 4th grade this year, as you know. But before this, I was substitute teaching, long-term teaching, or even being a temporary teacher. I worked in kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and even 8th grade.
Wow. Busy woman.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
So I've only taught 1st and 3rd grade as a general education teacher, and last year I moved into a new role as an ESOL teacher where I teach, particularly I service students whose English is their second language, and I service 1st grade students who are identified as ESOL kids. Yeah, so that's what I do, and I don't really have a particularly favorite between the two, but I do like that in 3rd grade, especially towards the end of the year, they start to pick up on more sophisticated humor, on sarcasm, so you can joke with them a little bit more and they'll get the jokes. So I kind of like that about 3rd graders.
How long have you been teaching?
This will be my 9th year teaching.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Why did you become a teacher?
So I became a teacher because I grew up in Prince William County too, just like you, Nehemiah. And when I was little, and in elementary school, and all through middle school and high school, I didn't have a teacher that looked like me or that could talk to my mom and dad. So I decided to become a teacher so that kids like you and other kids in our classroom could have somebody else or have a teacher that looked like them and could talk to their mom and dad.
Yeah, that's cool. What about you, Miss Donna?
Oh, I became a teacher because I like it. It's a helping profession, and I like seeing the smile on kids' faces when they succeed at something. When I was in college, when I went to school, my parents weren't well educated. In fact, I don't even think my father graduated high school. But I was one of the first in my family that actually graduated college. And I always enjoyed reading, going to school and learning new things, and I just get joy of just giving back.
So I've just always loved being around kids, like talking with kids. I feel like they are, they're just like everyone else. Like they just want to be accepted, and I feel like sometimes it's a little easier to talk to kids than it is to adults. I'm not gonna lie. But like why I wanted to be, I just love to teach people new things and, teach kids new things specifically.
Yeah. I became a teacher because I loved 3rd grade a ton when I was in school, and I always had fun, and we learned the coolest things like multiplication and cursive, and I liked that it was the upper grade. That's when I became a big hit, and so I wanted to be a 3rd grade teacher like my teacher was.
My 3rd grade was my favorite grade.
That's awesome.
I would say my favorite part about being a teacher is building the relationships with my students, because you get to see how much they grow from the first day of school all the way to the end of the year, and just seeing how they change as people and how much smarter they become, and just building those relationships with them. I became a teacher because I've always loved the idea of helping people, and in the profession you can help the kids not only with their academics and helping them become smarter, but also seeing how they grow as a person, so you can help them with their social skills and help them just become good people. So I would say that was the reason why I started becoming a teacher.
Okay. What was your reaction when you found out school was canceled?
I was really, really shocked. I thought maybe a couple days, maybe a week, but when they said it was a whole month, I was just as shocked as the kids were. So we just kind of had to deal with it together and figure it out together as a class.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
When I first heard that school was being canceled, it was definitely a mix of emotions because I was aware of what was going on because of the news, but I was really sad to hear that a lot of the fun things that we had planned for the year we couldn't do anymore with our kids because we weren't able to finish the year with them.
Yeah, because like at first when it was just closed all the way to April 14th, I was happy. But when I found out that it was for the rest of the year, I started crying.
Yeah, because you have your field trips and other events that you're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Oh, Luke, I'm sorry, but your family has done a great job bringing school to the home, so that's good.
Yeah.
I was really sad. I was sad because the teachers weren't going to see their students anymore. Students weren't going to be with their teachers or their friends, and they weren't going to get to finish their learning. So it just overall made me really sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
At first, I was completely surprised, and then I have to admit, I'm a bit happy for a break, but then I just got really sad because,
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah, I was very sad too.
We're closing. What?
I was shocked at first, and then I was really sad because I kind of knew we were probably going to be out for a couple of days, but not like for weeks. So I was sad because I didn't know that week with you guys was my last week and I didn't get to say goodbye. Being a specialist, I only see you like one day a week. So that was really sad. And then when I found out we were closed, then I was really sad because we didn't really have an end of the year, none of the fun celebrations or anything like that. But I understand. I mean,
I was crying.
I'd rather you guys be safe and healthy and happy. And I just feel like I'll be able to see, I know I'll see you, Luke, again, which means I'm going to see you, Rachel, because you have to come back and visit.
Yeah. Like, I was happy when it was a month, but then we realized it was like the whole year. It became like another level. Like, the only 5th grade field trip we were going to have was canceled. 5th grade graduation, we didn't get to say goodbye, get over stuff. We couldn't return our library books, stuff like that, safety patrol belts.
Well, at least we got
instruments.
So at first, I didn't really believe that he said it, and I had to rewind my TV. Wait, did he just say he closed schools? That's crazy. And then I was kind of sad because I really do love what I do. I love the classroom with the kids, and it's really hard to teach music online and do the same kind of activities because we make a lot of connections. In music class, we sing together, we work together, we play instruments together to make music, and so I was kind of sad that I wouldn't be able to do that anymore with the kids. And I was also sad that we wouldn't be able to have the talent show, and I wasn't able to have my final chorus concert, especially since some of the kids that were in my chorus I taught in kindergarten, my first year teaching, so it was going to be a really special year, once those 5th graders, got promoted to middle school. It was cool getting to see them grow up since kindergarten.
Yeah, and then you can't even say goodbye for the last time.
I know. I teach them for 6 years, which was crazy.
I felt very sad when they closed school. I felt sad because I wasn't going to be able to see you and all of your classmates, and we would be missing time in the classroom. So that's why I felt sad.
What about you, Miss Donna?
Yeah, I felt really sad because the last day of school meal, only 6 kids showed up to school that day, so I really didn't get to really say goodbye for a little while, so that was really sad for me. I was hoping that we were going to be back before the end of the year, but unfortunately, that's not the case right now. So at least we could see each other. I mean, this would never have happened when I was your age, that we could actually see each other face to face on the computer like this. I mean, this is wonderful. So I'm really enjoying the time right now talking to you.
That's cool. I miss you guys too.
Yeah.
So when I found out, I was listening to the governor on my computer and that it was closed for the rest of the school year, I was really, really shocked. I don't really think it hit me right away, but once I was talking to some other like teacher friends and like family members and friends, when they were asking like what I was gonna do, I was just like, I guess we're teaching online. So people had a lot of questions, and so did I too, because we were waiting to find out more. But then it like sunk in, and I was really, really upset and missing my students the next couple. I realized that I really wouldn't see you guys until maybe August if you all come back to school. So it was pretty sad.
I was happy about the break, but once I found out school was canceled, I was crying.
Aww, yeah. I know, because we're looking forward to spring break, but then...
I was looking for the field trip, the concert for the chorus.
Oh, yeah. The chorus spring concert, yeah, I was going to go. But yeah.
I felt sad. I understand why schools are closed, but I miss being at school with my students.
Yeah, me too.
My reaction was, oh my God, what are we going to do? How are the children going to learn? How are we going to get them things that they need? What's going to happen? You know, everything. I was just in shock. I wasn't expecting the governor to say until the end of the school year. I was expecting him to say, you know, maybe the end of April, and then we could see everybody back in school again. But he said, nope, for the rest of the school year.
Yeah, I was like surprised. I was ready for the break, but then when it became a real thing, I'm like, this is real.
Yeah.
Like,
this is real. I know that when Dr. Waltz had announced that we weren't going to be in school for a month, we had kids at school very worried, you know, how are we going to learn? How are we going to get food? You know, what's going to happen? And we had to tell them that, you know, we were here for them and that we were sure that the county was going to do something, which they are. You know, thankfully they're passing out food every day, Monday through Friday, from 9 to 11. So how are you doing?
I'm like trying not to think about it as much, but at the same time it is reality. I gotta, you know, just cope with it.
I know that we've had a couple of Zoom meetings with, you know, Mr. Boyd and some other teachers, and so that's kind of how we're staying connected and still seeing each other's faces. And I'll FaceTime with my sister, you know, so I can see my nephews, but it's very weird. It's different.
Yeah.
Very different. But you know what? We'll be okay if everybody stays home and we do what we're supposed to do, wash our hands, you know, not touch our face, you know, when we're out in public.
Yeah.
Just make sure we stay away from people. That's all we can do.
I was devastated. Number one, because I knew my chorus that you guys were in would not get to perform, and that was really upsetting to me. And then knowing that I wasn't going to get to see all of those kids ever again, that made me really, really sad.
So we knew it was coming, and so I wasn't really surprised, but I still was really upset, and I did cry. I was just heartbroken that, you know, that our school year was actually over, and just with everything going on, it was crazy and just scary.
Yeah.
But it's gotten better, and like I'm trying to pull some positives out of it where, you know, we're not in school, but we're trying a different way of teaching and just being home with my kids, because I've always wanted to homeschool my kids. So
Yeah, I was excited for the month off, but then when it became the whole year, I'm like,
yeah, I was like, wow, okay.
it doesn't feel real to me. Like,
how did you feel when school was closed?
I was happy. But then, when they said it's gonna go until the end of the school year, I wasn't quite so happy because my students have some goals set that they're trying to accomplish before the end of the year. So now they're gonna have to review it and going to follow it next year with their goals.
yeah. I'm like surprised like that how far this has come, and it's sad.
I know.
What is one of your hobbies?
So this is probably not what any teacher should suggest or admit to be a hobby, but I love to watch movies and TV shows. In particular, I really do like a lot of documentaries. So food documentaries, I love watching food documentaries. I wish I could cook like the people on the food documentaries, but I can't. But it's just nice to watch. And I really like a lot of historical documentaries. But yeah, I do in my pastime. You'll find me on the couch watching TV for sure.
What's your favorite memory of me in your class?
Well, my favorite memory with you, we had a lot of great times. But one of the best things, you made me this book back then. And in the book, you wrote and drew about some of our favorite times together in the class. But one of the pages highlighted about our jokes and riddles together. And every time we would go somewhere, whether that was like recess, the cafeteria, or to another part of our day, you'd always say, Miss Atienza, I have a riddle for you, or I have a joke for you. And one time I tried giving you a riddle, and you knew it like that. You knew it too fast. So I would say those were some of my favorite moments, or sharing all our riddles and jokes together, and just seeing how kind and wonderful you were with all the students.
My favorite memory has to be literally any time I see you, you give the best hug and always asking how I'm doing. That really feels so happy every time.
What do you miss about me?
I miss being able to see you every day and seeing how much you're learning and growing every day. Because I know that even though you're still at home, you're still practicing and you're still learning things. But I miss being able to see it. Because when you were in the classroom, I could see you every single day and I could see everything you were learning and all how much better you were getting at all of the things that you were practicing. And I miss being able to talk to you every day and hug you in the morning and just being able to spend time with you.
Dana.
Same thing, Neo. I was so close to you from in the back, the table that you were at. I just loved how concentrated you used to be at your work, and how calm you are, and how patient you are. And it's always a joy to be near you. You're really a joy, and you're a good student and a really good friend to have. Neo.
What's your favorite memory of me in your class?
I have to pick one. Yeah. No, you were such a hard worker, and you got along with others, you listened, and I loved your illustrations. You're a great drawer.
Oh, do you have a favorite memory with me?
Yes. During Math 24, just
that was so
at
much
the table, sitting down and competing, with your friends, Cece and Fatima. I don't know if Fatima was in Math 24, but having you guys at the table together, competing against the cards, and just hearing some of the arguments. No, I had it first. No, I had it first. All about who had the first math problem. Something that I love. You guys arguing over math cards.
Yeah, it's because it was like we get so into the game after we just learned it, and it's just so much fun. I like it.
And you guys did so great, and that's why I continued the club. Had to.
What is your favorite memory with us?
So, Nehemiah, I love your smile, and that is my favorite memory of you, is always brightening up the kindergarten classroom with your smile. Luke, I loved when you would help in our classroom, and I put you in charge of groups, and you would help every single student understand how to read music, which is one of our big goals in 3rd grade. And then Rachel, I love that you were able to do all county chorus with us, and my favorite memory was when you actually lost your voice and you were mouthing all the words because you had so much effort given in trying to rehearse the music.
I don't know, I
think you're just like wise. And I just always remember that about you, that you're just like wise beyond your years. Like, you're like an old soul. Which is a good thing. It's a good thing to have, to be.
And what do you miss about being in the classroom?
I really miss the kids. I miss just seeing them every day and the interaction and seeing them grow and learn. Just, interaction with people overall. But, just, I don't know what they're up to, we get to see them changing and learning every day. And now that we're home, it's completely different. There's a few families that I haven't even gotten in touch with. So it's just hard not knowing where they are, if everyone's okay.
So I miss seeing the same group of kids every day and getting to do fun experiments with them. And just being able to say good morning and, come up with some crazy fun adventure for us to learn about throughout the day.
Instruments, that's true. You'll have to do all of that. We just don't know when. But that's right, you guys are our first 5th grade class, so we didn't really get to have any kind of fun end of the year stuff. But hopefully we'll be able to get you guys back together for that when we go back to school in the fall or something.
Yeah. What part of the day do you have the most energy? Morning, afternoon, or dismissal?
I'm not a morning person, so I would say the best time for me would probably be around the afternoon, because then I'm more in my routine and then lunchtime hits and I feel more used to the day. So I would say afternoon.
You like afternoon. What is your favorite part of each school year?
My favorite part is the first day of school when I get to meet all my new students.
Yeah, that's also my favorite part.
What do you like about it?
I like meeting all my classmates.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of each school year?
Oh, my favorite part of the school year. In the beginning of the year, getting to know everybody and learning the little things that people like. And then towards the middle of the year, you start hearing the students start to sound like you. Well, they ask each other questions the same way that we would ask the students questions, and then they ask each other. Or you'll hear the parents say, oh, I hear them say, well, you have to figure it out. That's something that I say often. And then at the end of the school year, when we see all the great things that you guys do, from performing, to singing, to doing math, to doing writing, everything, the projects, that seeing you guys grow is my favorite part.
My favorite memories are definitely the ones at the end of the year, because after the SOL, because it's just like a special time, because you guys, it's your first year taking the SOL, and I know you guys are kind of nervous from 4th graders and 5th graders hearing about it, but then once you guys take it, you guys kind of know now that you're oh, I could have done that all year, so it's less stress for me and for you guys, so it's a fun time. We do a lot more fun activities and things like that, so I definitely love the memories at the end of the year, so I definitely was sad when I realized we couldn't have all of those.
Yeah. What is your favorite moment or memory as a teacher?
So I think my favorite part of teaching is usually towards the end, May or June. And that's usually the time of year where you're finished teaching everything new, and the kids are really independent, and you can do a lot more fun things, and you get outside a lot more, and it's just a really fun time. And we do a little countdown with our balloons where we have 20 days left of school, and so we get to pop a balloon every day. And it's just another fun thing that the kids could do, whether it's, no socks that day, or using a pen to write instead of a pencil, bubblegum day, ice cream day, bubble day. It's just a fun way to wind down the school year. And it's just my favorite time of the year. So
That's cool.
My greatest memory is I have a video of a class where the students are all around the room. We have boards all around the room, and the students are at the board teaching each other because when they found out that when they teach each other, they learn it better.
Mm-hmm.
My greatest memory, I would say there's a moment whenever kids always understand a difficult concept and the light bulb goes off and you can see it in their face. They go, oh, I get it. That's like my favorite moment as a teacher.
What is a hobby of yours?
I enjoy crocheting blankets and crafting. Isabella and I have started making shirts like your mom does. And I also enjoy reading, either to the girls or just for myself.
You and Mom are like shirts. Yeah. A daughter named Isabel.
I know.
Yeah. What are you doing with your time off?
I'm doing quite a bit of stuff in the house, of course. I'm trying to be social distance safe, but I sometimes take walks outside. I've been watching a lot of TV. I've been cooking a little bit.
So wait, cooking.
I saw that you guys cooked those churros.
Those were so yummy.
So yummy. Did everybody in the family get a bite?
Nope. You know, right after I was done at one, I went back to get another one, but then Rachel already ate it.
What are some of your hobbies?
What are some of my hobbies? My husband calls it destroying the house, but I call it remodeling. So right now we're taking down walls and putting out paint and just updating the house to make it look nicer. And then another hobby of mine is to scrapbook.
What is one fun fact about you?
So my fun fact is that I actually have my piercing and body tattoo license. But I have never given anybody a tattoo, and I'm not actually a very good drawer. Yeah, I know you're laughing because you remember my pictures, right?
As a child, have you always gotten good grades or been gifted?
Yes and yes, except I didn't get into gifted until 5th grade. But I always got good grades. I was really a quiet, like shy kid, an overachiever, but I didn't want all the attention on me. But yeah, and I was in the gifted program from 5th grade through my senior year.
Wow. And then what is an interesting or fun fact about you?
A fun fact about me, I guess, is that I'm a product of this county. So, like, I went to Dale City Elementary and Godwin Middle School, which is now Hampton Middle School. And I graduated from Garfield High School. And then I went to University of Virginia. And I have a bachelor's degree in Spanish. Some people don't know that.
How many instruments do you play?
So I play a lot of different instruments. Mainly I play the guitar and the ukulele. I play a little bit of piano because I did take piano lessons when I was younger for a long time. I stopped playing piano, so I teach myself guitar because I thought the guitar would be a lot cooler. But I also play, a lot of the percussion instruments in the classroom, the recorder, know how to play as well. But I would say my main instrument is my voice. That's what I went to college for. And then another cool thing, well, I think it's cool, maybe it's a little dorky, but I say it backwards really fast.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Yeah, here we go. ZYXWBUTSRQPONMLKGIHDFEDCBA.
Well, thank you.
A fun fact about me. Let's see. I love to cook. Any kind of cooking, baking, making all types of meals. You give me a basket like a chopped, and hopefully I can figure something out what to make. I know that I was trying to figure out what to do a couple nights ago, and we had some leftover steak. And I was like, well, what can we do with it? Oh, I guess I'll chop up some onions and, make fajitas out of it. Or maybe I'll make something else out of it. I don't know. So I love to cook, and hopefully one day I want to be on Chopped or maybe teach some children how to cook.
You guys are doing so well and up to so many fun things with your family and making the news. I feel like I'm talking to a celebrity. Oh, I've never been on the news. I might have to get your autograph.
No, thank you, Luke, for always thinking of me, and know that you are awesome.
Thank you. I miss you.
I miss you too. Big hugs to you and your family.
Well, those are all my questions. Thanks for interviewing
Bye.
me.
Bye.
I miss you too so much, buddy.
Bye.
Oh, we miss you so much, buddy.
Have a good day.
I miss you.
Have a good day.
Have a great day.
We miss you.
We miss you.
Thank you. We love you too. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. I really miss you too. Thank you again for asking me to be a part of this. This was fun. This was really fun.
No problem.
A good teacher corrects me when I'm wrong and spends time with me. A good teacher is patient, smart, kind, and caring. A good teacher is funny, loving, and a good listener. A good teacher pushes me to be great and laughs at my funny jokes.